Are you tired of being a short hitter? Well, no more. In today's video, we're going to show you some key points that can help you hit the ball further, also while hitting it straighter off the tee. Hi everyone, my name's James Robinson. Welcome back to Get Good at Golf. How do I get the ball to come out of there, to project higher, to go longer, and ultimately go straighter? So the first thing I want to talk about is grip. If you don't grip the driver correctly, and this can be multiple different factors as well. So you want a nice neutral grip. Ideally, you want to see 1.5 knuckles in that left hand, and then the right hand just sits a little bit more underneath. We don't want to see the grip massively on top, so you can see that Kirkland logo staring back at you. That is going to cause the face to close on impact, so that is going to mean you have a couple of different variables in your golf swing. That means you're going to be very, very inconsistent. The opposite to that is if you have a weak grip. So a weak grip means that the left hand is a little bit too far over that side and the right hand would sit on top. Now this all depends on your release pattern as well, but generally if it's nice and neutral, you're going to be okay. Some of the world's best players do have a strong grip, such as Matt Fitzpatrick. Some of the world's best players have a weak grip, such as Patrick Cantlay. But what I want to see from you is not only a neutral grip, but a nice relaxed grip as well, because if you grip the club far too tight here, that means your forearms are going to be too tight, your shoulders aren't going to be relaxed, you're not going to be able to set the club properly on the way back. If you're nice and relaxed, you can allow that club to flow back on the move away, as Mr. Ledbetter would say from my lesson. You can set the club properly, turn up to the top of the backswing, then turn down and release in opposite order. So that's a really good way of doing that. Also, I want to make sure that your move away is correct, and by move away or take away being correct, is the club in the right position, but also am I utilising the shaft length to get the correct lever system to get the ball speed? Obviously that's going to be done through club head speed, and it's really, really important that you can do this. So the worst thing that I see when people are trying to hit the ball a long way is setting the club really, really early here, because you're not going to have the long lever system, you're not going to be able to get the club nice and far away from you, and you imagine how much more club head speed you're going to get from here as opposed to here. We all know that a longer lever system generally means a quicker, faster, or even stronger lever system, so that's exactly the same in the golf swing. When you take that club away, I want you to feel as though that left arm stays connected, the club works nice and low on the way back, and you feel like that club head's nice and far away from you. From there, that right arm starts to fold a touch. You can then set the club. The left arm stays nice and straight, also while being close to your body. Then you can turn the shoulders up to the top. And again, if the grip's working correctly and that takeaway is working correctly, you can release the club down with the correct sequence. Sequence is the third and final point I want to touch on, and it's one of the most important points as well. If you're going to have any sporting movement whatsoever, the sequence has to be correct. If you're a pitcher in baseball, you are going to have a good sequence. If you're a boxer who throws a jab, you're going to have a good sequence. Tennis, right sequence. Any sporting movement has to have a sequence that is working from the ground up, and by that, yes, on the takeaway you're going to have a decent sequence, so you're going to move the club first, then you're going to move the arms and the shoulders, then the torso, then the lower body moves, and all we're going to do is repeat this sequence in reverse on the way back. So kinematically we're working from the ground up. We start to see the legs and the hips move, we start to see the torso move, the shoulders move, the arms move. From there the club moves as well, and all those 3 points that we mentioned today tie in to help you not only hit it straighter but longer as well. So if I put all those points into play now, I'm thinking, right, I'm gripping it correctly, I know the takeaway is going to be pretty good. As the rain starts to come down, all I want to do is get the right sequence, and I can hit long straight bombs straight down that fairway. Guys, that's a really quick video for you all today on how to stop being a short hitter. It's really, really simple. Take those 3 points to the driving range, work on them a little bit, and get in the comments below and let us know, has this helped you get good at golf?